Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hope. My name is Tammy Lynn Connors. This is my YouTube channel and my podcast, helping other people evolve. What my mission and vision here is just to help people to know that they do not struggle all alone. Today's podcast is going to be me, myself, and I. Other times I interview people that have been through a struggle to get to a strength. But today's episode, I really wanted to talk about something that's been on my heart for the last 10 days. I've been like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And finally, here I am. And it's happiness. Happiness. I feel like God has a way of just like throwing things at us that we're like, oh, yeah, I just heard that. Oh, I heard that again. Wait, I just heard that again. And really, it's his way of saying, pay attention to what I'm telling you right now. Okay. So he's talking to me about happiness. Many of you know me, some of you don't, but I have been in recovery for over 18 years now. Alcohol was my drug of choice. Of course, I did anything pretty much that was around, but alcohol was definitely my addiction. And it totally made me lose who I was. Um, I always say I'm not going to get emotional on these things, and I always do. I think back to 18 and a half years ago. I don't live in the past, but I do need to remember. And 18 and a half years ago, I was hopeless. I was broken. I felt worthless. I had no motivation. I had no self esteem. I had nothing that I have today. And to think that you can be in such a dark place, but to know that you can get to such a great place. And so that's where I'm at today. I want to share with all of you what has been on my heart. So, like I said, God, which who I believe it is, if you want to believe the universe, whatever it is that your belief is, God, universe, whatever your religion is, whatever, that doesn't affect me. What affects me is how I feel about people. I love people. Okay. I'm not judgy. I've learned in life that there is nobody to judge me, and I am not to judge anybody. There is a maker up there that can judge everybody. So I leave all that alone and say, you know what? That's who they are. Either I'm going to walk away from them because they're not protecting my peace or not going with my peace, or I am going to stay and try to help for a little while and see what happens. So, anyways, back to happiness. Sometimes I get blabbery. Back to happiness. So, happiness. So, I was reading the other day, and it's a book called The Unboxing, I think is what it's called. But, anyways, it's talking about opening different boxes throughout this lady's life, right? And she was talking about happiness, and it really stuck with me. And like I said, I saw it again the next day, and I saw it again 2 days later, and I saw it again. And it's not just about happiness. Happiness comes from you. Happiness comes from you. It doesn't have anything to do with anything else but you. You get to choose your happiness. So this is what I said the other day in a post that I made. Happiness. Okay, so think about this as you're growing up, right? We're just gonna start from kindergarten. Okay, before kindergarten. I can't wait to get to kindergarten. I'm gonna be so happy. You get to kindergarten, you're like, man, I can't wait to get out of kindergarten. Fifth grade, I can't wait for fifth grade. Fifth grade's gonna change my life. I'm gonna be so happy. Fifth grade comes along, you're in fifth grade. Oh man, I cannot wait to get to high school. When I get to high school, everything's gonna change and I'm gonna be happy. Here comes high school, right? And not that you're not happy through these times, but you want to be happier, right? So here comes high school. When I graduate and or when I get my driver's license, let's go with that. I'm going to be happy because I'm going to be able to get a car, I'll be able to do what I want. I'm going to be happy. You get your car, you're cruising along, you're like, "Yeah, I'm happy." But I'm not that happy. I'm going to graduate from high school, go to college, and then I'm going to be happy. You graduate, you're in college, school's getting to you. You're like, yeah, I thought I was going to be so happy when I was out of the house and I was in college, but I'm not that happy. Well, when I graduate and I work the job that I want to work, I'm going to be happy. Here you are, 40 hours a week, going through the motions. You're happy, but are you happy, right? So now you're like, okay, well, when I find that woman of my dreams or that man of my dreams and I get married, then I'm going to be happy. So you find the woman or the man of your dreams, and God bless you if you're still married to them. And you're happy, but are you truly happy? Then you're like, I'll be happy when we have kids. You have kids. I'll be happy when the kids move out. All the things that happy, happy, happy. I'll be happy when I buy my first house. I'll be happy when I build my own house. I'll be happy when I go on that vacation. I'll be happy when I move here. I'll be happy when this happens. I'll be happy. 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 Guess what? If you're always searching for happiness, you're never going to find it. Happiness comes from your heart. Happiness comes from your mind. Happiness is where you are at, no matter what. So I thought about this. I thought long and hard about this, and I was actually talking to a friend about it yesterday. So here I was, okay, all my life. So we're gonna go with Tammy a little bit here. Like I said, I alcoholic, addict, came from an abusive family. Just a lot of things went on in my life, right? So I was always looking for that happiness, right? I'm going to be happy if. I'm going to be happy if. Well, my happy if was when I move out of this area, Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan, I will be happy. When I move to Sunshine, I will be happy. So last year, 2021, 2020 was a rough year for all of us. My best friend took a Percocet. It was fentanyl. We lost him at 34 years old. My really good friend was shot and murdered by her ex-husband to be in Arizona. My mother passed away in August of 2020. So for everyone, I know it was a shit year and we all had it, right? So my mom had lived with me and I was going to go be happy. I was finally going to just take care of Tammy Lynn Connors. No one else that I have to take care of. My son was 31 at the time. He was pretty much all set in life. My nieces and nephews had moved on, and I was going to take care of Tammy. Okay. Now, mind you, I wasn't sad. I was just searching for that happiness, right? I'm going to move to Arizona. I'm going to move to the sunshine, and I am going to be completely happy. Just like that, right? That's my happy place. Sunshine, swimming pool, mountains, all that, right? So I move out to Arizona. I get out there in February, right? So I'm there in February and I'm like, I'm happy. It's sunshine and this is great. This is what I wanted to do. I booked a flight back to Toledo in March, not to live, but to visit, right? So I come back here in March and I'm, like I said, I'm not like sad. I'm just not, I'm still searching. Okay. So I come back in March. I'm here for like a week and it wasn't at all what I expected it to be to come back home, right? My friend let me borrow their car, so I had that. I didn't get to see people I wanted to see. I didn't get to do the things that I wanted to do. And I sat here and I was like, did I really need to come back here that quick? Did I really miss it that much? No, no. So back to Arizona I go, right? Happy, sunshine. I'm not really that happy. I love my friends in Arizona. I love everything about Arizona, but I wasn't happy in my heart. I wasn't happy in my mind. So I go through the motions, right? I'm out there, I'm living, I'm coming back here to visit, I'm going on vacation. So I'm pretty much traveling and keeping really busy. I launched my podcast. So I'm doing a lot of good things, right? But in my soul, I still wasn't happy. I was still like, well, when my book launches, well, when I am settled in an apartment, well, when this happens, well, when this happens, I'll be happy. I was searching still. I was still searching. I've been searching for happiness for a really long time, but I didn't know. I never knew that it came from within. I didn't know that. I just learned this. I can't believe it took me 55 plus years to learn that happiness comes from inside of us. It's all us. It doesn't matter. When I wake up in my day, I wake up grateful. I wake up with joy. I wake up with what can I do today to help somebody else have a better day? What can I do today to keep my happiness and also to bring that light to somebody else? So here I am in Arizona, right? I come back in July of 2021. I'm in a wedding in August. Not till August is the wedding, but I decide that I'm ready to come back. So I drive back across the country. Now I drove out there in February, right? I drive back across the country in July. Um, I get here, I surprise my friend for her bridal shower. Amazing, right? So now I'm here and I'm here and I have my truck and I'm helping at the restaurant I work at. So I'm just here and I'm like, yeah, I'm just here for the summer. I can't wait to go back to the sunshine and back to Arizona. I'm happy. I'm going to be happier when I get back there. I'm happy right now being here with friends and family, but I'm going to be really happy when I get back to Arizona. Okay. So get everything done here. Had to, get done with the house that we were renting and do all the things like that, my sister and I. And then I drive back across the country to Arizona in, I think, late October, early November. So now I'm back in Arizona, right? Sun shining. I know what the weather's like here. So I drive back out there. Then I get to officiate my bonus daughter's wedding in December. So I had to fly back here in December. So I'm happy, right? I get to come back. I'm good. I'm blessed because I do get to go back and forth, right? Because there's nothing really holding me from doing that. So I come back here in December for the wedding, and that's amazing. And they're all like, "You're gonna be here for Christmas," and I'm like, I can't. I just came back again. I can't come back in 2 weeks. So here I am in Arizona now, spending my first Christmas. Whew, don't know where this emotion just came from, but spending my first Christmas without my son, who's 32 now, and not with my bonus daughter, not with my son, not with my bonus family that I have. And but I'm spending it with my friends in Arizona, so it's not really sad, sad. But when I think back to I'm gonna be happy when. I'm gonna be happy when. I'm gonna be happy when I'm in Arizona and there's no snow and the sun is shining and it's Christmas and we're sitting outside. I'm gonna be happy when. I wasn't happy inside. So that's the biggest thing. So here I am, right? I'm in Arizona. It's December coming into January. There's a lot going on, a lot of people. I'm staying in an apartment that my friend rents. So he has two apartments. So this one I'm blessed to be able to stay in 100%. The blessings that I have in my life are beyond what I could ever express to anyone. The people that I have in my life are the biggest blessings that I could ever describe to anyone. So I'm here and I'm blessed, right? I'm Instacarting, I'm laying out by the pool, I'm just enjoying everything. But I'm still not at that happiness that I thought was going to be there. I start really working on me. I really start looking into me. Like, what is making it? What am I missing? What am I missing that's not keeping me happy? I wake up every day, I spread joy to the world. I spread hope to the world, but I'm still not that happy. Now, I don't want anybody to think that I was like depressed or anything. I just was still searching. Like I'm talking about that searching. Like when I go on vacation, I'll be happy. When I get to see my son, I'll be happy. When I get my own house, I'll be happy. When I do this, I'll be happy. Okay, so now we're in January. Okay, January, end of January. I get a message from a friend that I used to work with here in Toledo at the casino. I actually went out to lunch with him and his stepfather right before I moved. And just I've known them for almost 10 years at this point. I go, I get a message from him that says, "Come get this money, BITCH," right? And I'm like, what is he talking about? Well, the casino that I used to work at, I was a dealer at for 6 years, had a bonus. And it was a sign on bonus for pit bosses. And I'm like, dude, I've never done that before. He's like, listen, you left here on good terms. I'm pretty sure they'll hire you back. They're really desperate right now, right? Now, here goes my head. I'm thinking about all the things that led to this too. Like, I worked at a job before I went to the casino. I hated that job. So if I went to the casino, I was going to be happy. I was at the casino. If I do this, I'm going to be happy. If I do this, I'm going to be happy. Still, I wasn't happy, right? So I'm like, I'll apply, right? I really, really, really do not want to move back to Toledo. I really moved away because I feel like it's an oppressed city. I feel like there's no joy there. I feel like I'm not happy there. But then I had to look at the big picture. Was I really happy where I was at? Who knows what life is going to bring you if you don't take the steps to see if maybe your happiness is within. Not maybe, it is within, but maybe it's something that you need to do differently to make it um to sit with yourself. Let's just say that. So I wasn't sitting with myself. I was always busy, and that's the way I've always been, right? Busy, 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 busy. Okay. So I applied for the job in January. I get the job. As I get the job, I'm waiting, right, for my gaming license, waiting for my gaming license, waiting for my gaming license, waiting for my gaming license. When am I going to come back? When am I going to come back to Ohio? I don't know because I don't have a gaming license. Now, when I come back, I'm going to tell you what, when I almost rethought all of it and drove back, I had a day that I was saying that, and I'm going to explain why. Now, when I say blessings above blessings, so I drove back across the United States in April. We had a big event, a convention for the product that I promote in Dallas, Fort Worth area. So I was able to meet some friends of mine in New Mexico. We stayed the night there, drove to Texas, stayed there for a few days. Actually, stayed there for like 5 days. I got to drive back to Ohio. Now, in the meantime, I'm meeting new people, and I'm like, maybe I'm not supposed to go back to Ohio. Maybe I'm supposed to stay in Texas. Maybe Texas will make me happy. I don't know. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to go back to Ohio. I come back to Ohio anyways. So I have really good friends here that Donna and Joe just I'm so grateful for them. Donna said, Tammy, we have a 5-bedroom house. You're more than welcome to stay here. I'm like, thank you. You know, my gaming license should be here soon. I do have an apartment that I have a down payment on. It's a gated community. I'm so excited because I get to live in a gated community because I'm by myself, and I'll probably be coming home from work at 2 or 3 in the morning. And you don't want to come back by yourself at those times of the night every single night and have somebody know that, right? Especially when you're a single female. So, anyways, had that all set, all good to go, right? Come back here, just living at Donna's, doing life, trying to get this job that I'm waiting for. Thank God I had Donna and Joe to stay with. So, anyways, it was probably about 5 days before I was actually going to put the electricity in my name and everything else in my name at my apartment. And I hadn't driven by it yet. I had just seen pictures. So I go take my sister to a doctor's appointment. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go check out these apartments, right? This gated community. I pull up. Well, we go by these one apartments, and my sister was like, well, thank God you don't live there. Those are scary. And they were very scary looking. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I got a gated community right down the road. Gated my ass, excuse my language, but gated my ass. There was one little gate coming in, one little electronic gate going out. There was no fences. There was one little chain at one point. Other than that, anybody could walk in there or anything. I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't live here. Then I start calling people and telling them about it. And they're like, yeah, you can't live in that area. That is not a good area at all. I'm like, great. I wish you all would have told me that before I put the deposit on this place. So, anyways, that happened that day, right? 2 days later, I'm trying to find another place. I find a place kind of close to where I work. And I was like, cool. $30 deposit on the application fee or whatever. The guy never shows up. Basically stole my money. I'm like, okay, okay. So now I don't have my gaming license yet. I don't have a place to live yet. I'm not really that happy. Um, is this really where I'm supposed to be? Now I'm questioning. I'm driving and I'm questioning God. I'm like, God, is this really where I am supposed to be? Because I'm not happy still. I'm still not happy. And at that moment, well, I got a phone call from a friend. I was like, I'm going to have you talk to Maurice. Maurice is like, let's go get something to eat. So I go get something to eat. And he said to me, now, 2 days before this, I promise you, it might even have been the night before. I think it was 2 days before, though. No, it was the night before. I was at a Bible study group, and I was talking about faith, and I was talking about believing and having faith and knowing that everything is going to be okay. You just have to have that faith of a mustard seed. Like, I'm preaching this to people, and the next day I'm having a breakdown because I don't know if I'm where I'm supposed to be and all of this. So I go to dinner with my friend Mo, and he sits down, and this is when everything pretty much changed for me with knowing my happiness. Now, I've been working on myself for over a year now. I'm working on my self-esteem and my growth, and me sharing my hope with others and being the light to others, and detachment and learning to protect my peace. So I've been doing all of this, right? But I let my faith fail me. And he said to me, Tammy, you realize that that was your guardian angels. That was God stopping you from moving into that place that wasn't meant for you. You have a place to stay at right now, and they'll tell you you could stay there for a year if you needed to. Stop, stop, pause, breathe. Everything's going to be okay. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. And after that conversation with him, I looked at him and I was like, man, I was just talking about this yesterday. So as as we left, which is like amazing to me, as we left, I get a phone call. It was like 5:20. So I didn't answer it because you know how you get all the spam phone calls. I'm like, they'll leave a voicemail if it's anything important. Well, here it was the gaming commission. Now, I didn't answer it because it was after 5, so I didn't even think it would be the gaming commission. But they had one little question on my gaming application. I got an email. I filled it out. The next day, I had my gaming license. So the next day I had my gaming license. Whew, I got to start work that next Tuesday. I came to work that next day, that Tuesday. I found a place to live that week. Like the perfect place for me. Sorry that I don't mean to be sorry that I'm emotional, but when I think of all the blessings that I have, it's a reminder just to have that faith and know that your happiness will come from within you. That's where it has to come from. So I found the perfect place to live. It's a two-bedroom house. I have a nice neighbor. She's in her 70s. She's as sweet as could be. I have a garage. I have storage area. It's the first time. It's the first time since like I don't even know 2011 that I've lived by myself. It's a long time. So what I'm saying here is that I got all emotional, right? So where I'm at right now is I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't have what if so here was the disclaimer with the casino. I have to stay 1 year, okay? 1 year for the bonuses. If I didn't stay the year, then I have to pay the bonuses back. And my mindset when I moved here, it was 1 year and I'm out. 1 year, all I gotta stay in the city Toledo is 1 year and I'm out. As I've stayed here, as I've realized that home is wherever you are, I think that's, or you are wherever you are, or however that saying goes, no matter where I'm at, it is up to me. It is up to me to find the joy. It is up to me to find the peace. It is up to me to find the happiness. It isn't up to anybody else in this entire world except for me to find it. So when I started finding that peace and that happiness, and I talked to a friend of mine and we were talking about the casino, and I'm like, it's 9 months. 9 months is like a pregnancy, and then I'm out of here. And as she spoke to me, she said this, and this was pivotal in everything that's happening right now in my life. She said, Tammy, how about instead of counting down the 9 months of a pregnancy, you say, I have 9 months to rebirth myself. Wow. Was huge. 9 months to really rebirth myself. 9 months to find out exactly who I am. And that's what I'm doing right now. You know, I have had visions and dreams of doing so many things, and those things are going to make me happy when they happen. Um, I was totally blessed and honored to have a chapter in a book. It's called The Turning Point. I've always said I wanted to write a book. I've had people tell me I should write. It's a chapter, but that makes me an author. That's something that makes my heart full because I'm sharing my struggles to help somebody else get to a strength. Trent Shelton says it all the time. Your transparency will lead to someone else's transformation. For me, sharing maybe my hurt, my emptiness, my searching for happiness, maybe that'll help somebody else to know that you don't have to search all the time. You have to find it within you. You have to sit with yourself. It's not easy, you guys. I know it's not easy to sit with yourself. But I'll tell you what, when you start sitting with yourself and you really learn who you are and you really start loving yourself, you don't really need to be around a whole bunch of other people. I have a very small group of people that are in my life that mean the world to me. I mean, there's people in the world that I love, okay? Don't get me wrong. But I have a small group that are like my peace, my people. I just told a friend this the other day, and this is a friend of mine that I've known for, I don't know, about a year now, and we've developed more of a friendship. And I said I will never complain about working at the casino, because if I wouldn't have came back, this friendship that I have would not be here. These are the things that you have to look at. You have to take the dynamics of things and turn them around. Just because something isn't going your way, just like the apartments that I was looking at, my gaming license wasn't coming through, this was happening. Am I really supposed to be here? Just because things weren't going exactly how I wanted them to go, that doesn't mean that it's over. That just means that we have to reroute. We have to go a different way, and it's okay. We have to change our mindset in order to learn to be happy. You guys, happiness, I said it 100 times. I'm going to keep saying it comes from you. It comes from you. It doesn't come from your sister, your brother, your kids, your husband, your wife, your job, your car, your anything. Happiness has to come from you. No matter what, no matter what happens in your day, you have to learn how to take it, turn it around, and make it the best that you can. Listen, I've talked about this. I talk about it all the time. I talk about David Goggins all the time. He talks about controlling our mind. Either our mind's going to control us or we're going to control our mind. Get it together. Control your mind. Don't let it control you. I just listen, I'm giving plugs to people here. I just listened to a book called Chatterbox by Stephen Furtick. He's the Elevation Worship Church pastor. And I'm going to tell you what, if you want to listen to something that's really good, I would do it on Audible because I love Audible, but listen to Chatterbox. Listen to it. It talks about those voices in your head, those voices in your head that make you feel like you're miserable, that make you think that you're worthless, that make you think that you're no good and that you can never be happy. Those are the voices that we have to control and know that those are not the voices of God. Those are the voices of Satan and the your own voices that will deter you from anything that you're trying to do that's going to perfect your life. Listen, I'm far from perfect. I am far from where I need to be right now in life. My shirt says I'm blessed. I am blessed. I'm blessed beyond what I could ever imagine. If I have a moment that I'm like, life sucks right now, I have to sit down and be like, does it really suck? Does it really suck? You have a roof over your head. You have a car to drive. You have premium supplements that you take that you feel amazing. You have the best group of friends that anybody could ask for. You have a job. I mean, seriously, you have vision. I have a voice. I can hear. I have, I'm going to say it, I have beautiful hair. I People compliment me on my hair because I let it go out gray. And I'm like, man, I cannot complain about my hair. If I complained about my hair, God should hit me with a bolt of lightning. Listen, it's all about our attitude. Our attitude of gratitude will take you to a new altitude. You guys, we get one life. We get one life, okay? That's it. You what do we say? What's that saying say? Like you get one life and somebody else said you live once and somebody else said no, you die once. I mean, I feel like I've had rebirths in my life throughout my addiction, throughout different things I've went through. The struggles have been real. I'm working on healing myself every day. so I don't hurt somebody else because I haven't healed myself. But my biggest thing that I do every day is I am thankful. I am grateful. I choose joy, as my friend Danelle Delgado says. She talks about it all the time. I choose joy. I wake up in the morning and I say, thank you, God. Thank you for waking me up today. Now, what can I do to bring happiness and joy to somebody else? What can I do to be the light to somebody at the casino? What can I do to be the light to somebody at the grocery store? It doesn't take much to be kind and be the light to people. And if you're struggling through your day, try to find a video or something that will just uplift you a little bit. There's so much out there nowadays that can help you to get through your struggles to a strength. I promise you, if you work on you and you focus on you, be stingy about it for a while. If you have to, be stingy. Say, I'm working on me because if I'm a better me, I can be a better me for you. So think about it like that. When you're struggling, you do not have to struggle alone. There is so much help out there. Don't let the chatterbox in your brain deter you from what you want to do with your life. Do not let the chatterbox in your brain deter you from your happiness. Happiness comes from within your soul. Happiness comes from you. I can't give you happiness. I can give you tools to maybe help you be happy, but I can't give you that happiness. As I just said, I really just started reaching my happiness. And I've been sober 18 and a half years. People are like, oh my God, look at you. You've come so far. It's been a work, it's been a journey. I didn't get here. I didn't get here 17 years ago. I didn't get here 15 years ago. I'm just getting here now. My rebirth is just happening. But it's because I listened and I loved and I learned. And that's the biggest thing. Listen and learn and then love. Listen and learn. Listen and learn. Listen to what these people that are out here spreading joy and happiness are sharing with you. Most of them are sharing their transparency with you to show you that, yeah, their life wasn't always beautiful, but it's getting better because they're working on themselves. Listen, I hope you guys all have an amazing day. I appreciate you tuning into Hope. I just hope that maybe my story one day will resonate with you. Maybe somebody else's story can resonate with you. I love doing this. I love sharing hope with others. I love being the light in the world. I love bringing joy. I love to bring a smile to someone's face. And I hope that I can do that for you. Y'all have an amazing day and thank you so much.